Hello friends, I am Aditya Gupta. I secured rank 11 in NEET 2018 and I am here to tell you about my strategy as to how I prepared for the exam and to give you some tips which would help you to perform better in your medical entrances. NEET exam is based upon accuracy and precision. Of course, your knowledge matters, but what matters in the end is that 3 hours. Whoever can shine in those 3 hours will get in front, because you have to do 180 questions in 3 hours, which amounts for a minute per question, and therefore you have to be fast. You do not have to be flustered by any question coming in the exam, and therefore practice, and the more MCQs you can do, the better. Knowledge you can get, but at the end what matters is the amount of MCQs which you have done in your 2 years of preparation. Moving on to physics, I think for physics, NCERT is the best for enhancing your concepts. Apart from that, H.C. Verma is a good book, and the objective questions available in it also help to clarify your concepts. But as I said earlier, NEET is all about practice. So you have to do all the previous year's questions of NEET at least till 2005. And also I think you should also do the IIT mains questions, because if you look at the previous year NEET papers, then we can see that all the difficult questions in physics are already asked in IIT. Of course, the advanced questions are a little tough and it takes time to do them, so it is kind of a time waste. But you can do the IIT mains questions, and if you can master them, then it will be very good. Apart from that, I think people advise a lot of reference books for physics, but I did not think so. I think the NCERT questions were enough, and all the concepts given in NCERT are very well explained, and therefore you should not waste time taking many reference books and doing many stuff from here and there. You should just focus on NCERT and questions, and I think you'll be there. For chemistry, I think you should divide your study into 3 parts: physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and organic chemistry. For physical chemistry, as in physics, practice is the best method to enhance your skills. Of course, NCERT can help you to build your concepts, but the IIT and NEET previous year's questions are a must for physical chemistry. Whereas for inorganic chemistry, NEET does not give much weightage to it, but still the questions asked are very analytical and applicative. So you should have a thorough knowledge of the NCERT, as most of the things of inorganic chemistry which are asked in the exam are given as it is in the NCERT. So you need to learn each and every line and learn each and every reaction for inorganic chemistry. Now coming on to organic chemistry, I think organic chemistry is the most important and rank deciding factor of chemistry, because in organic chemistry, NEET asks questions from outside the NCERT also, as we saw in the 2016 papers. So I think for organic chemistry, first of all, you of course have to have thorough knowledge of the NCERT, and I think the 11th portion of organic chemistry, which is many a times neglected by the students, will come in handy for the NEET paper, because 11th portion helps you to build your concepts of organic chemistry, and then you can use those concepts in the 12th chapters. So I advise you that you go through all the engineering, not all the engineering books, but many of them, because they have explained very well all the reactions and their mechanisms. Like I would also advise you to go through some IIT questions and also the NEET previous year's questions, because all the reactions which are asked in the exam are not given in NCERT, and thus I think that if you look at the previous year's questions, you will realize the reactions which are not given in NCERT and that are asked in exam, and then you can prepare them. For biology, many people say that NCERT is the Bible. I think it is very right, because 90% of the questions asked in biology are from NCERT, but you won't find their answers directly in NCERT. You have to understand each and every word of NCERT, and you can read the NCERT in 1 week, and you can also spend 1 year reading the NCERT. So that's what I mean. You need thorough knowledge of the NCERT, each and every line, each and every word, and even the diagrams and the explanations given at the bottom of the diagrams are very important to get a thorough knowledge of the NCERT, so that you can excel in NEET. Apart from that, you can take a book by MTG, that is NCERT, at your fingertips. That is very helpful, because it contains many questions which are based upon the lines of NCERT, and also contain some questions which are out of the NCERT but can still be asked in the entrance exams. And apart from that, I advise you to take a lot of mock tests for all physics, chemistry and bio, so that you can keep up with the time that is given in the exam, and also get an idea of the various types of questions asked in the exam, so that there is no question which can confuse you during the exam. Talking about the composition of the NEET exam, we have seen that the CBSE has an equitable distribution of questions from all the chapters. It almost gives a question per chapter. So you have to be well versed with all the chapters and not focus on any particular chapter, because like we have seen that students try to focus more on mechanics in 11th class and they neglect the other chapters which are in the second NCERT book, like thermal properties of matter, solids, fluids, waves and SHM. But we have seen that these chapters NEET gives easy questions and they can be easily solved, but due to the neglect of these chapters, the students are not able to score well. So I advise you all to give equal amount of time to each and every chapter and do the questions of each and every chapter from your NCERT as well as other references. For 12th also, I think the second part of NCERT for physics is more important, as it has chapters like chapters of modern physics and optics. These chapters are very scoring and there are a limited number of questions for these chapters, and you can easily handle all types of problems given in the exam for these chapters, and therefore I advise you to focus on all chapters equitably and not focus solely on mechanics. For chemistry also, I think people tend to migrate more towards organic chemistry during the latter stages and forget about inorganic chemistry completely. Well, that is not to be done, because inorganic chemistry NCERT is very important, and therefore we should focus on all of the three things, and we should not migrate towards one subject, because CBSE gives equitable distribution of questions from all three subjects. So now another important factor is the distribution of 11th and 12th. All the students can study for 12 because there are 12 boards and there is added pressure of 12 boards. So all the students finally studied the 12th NCERT during the months of February and March, and thus perform well in the 12th part of the NEET paper. But the actual rank deciding factor is 11th. Whoever has mastered 11th thoroughly can achieve success in the NEET paper, and for that you have to start from the beginning. You have to start studying from 11th itself, because that is when you build your base. You have to be serious from 11th, do all your questions given to you in your class or in your coaching institute, and be thorough and up to date with all the concepts. And therefore I say that 11th is more important than 12th. And as far as boards are concerned, I think we can easily study for both boards and NEET and also AIIMS together, because the course more or less asked in all of them is same, because all of them the syllabus is based upon NCERT. And for study and I personally found an advantage, because I was studying NCERT thoroughly for boards, and which helped me a lot in NEET also. And therefore I think that boards are not a burden but more of an advantage to a student who is preparing for NEET. Apart from that, I would like to give you one tip, that you should center your studies around some sort of physical activity or any activity that is like a stress buster. I personally have benefited from this, as I centered my studies around playing, because this way you get rejuvenated and refreshed, and you can study for longer hours if you have played for some time or done something except studies for some time. If one keeps studying day in and day out, then one eventually gets exhausted, and that's not what you want. You want to study for 2 years continuously, and for that you have to take little breaks here and there, so that you can maintain your rhythm and speed and excel throughout. I would also like to say that consistency throughout these 2 years is the key to achieve success. All the tests that are conducted in these 2 years, one should prepare well for all of them and give all of them like it was their final test, because then only you can learn all the concepts and one should also learn from their mistakes committed in the tests. We should not forget about a test after giving it. We should analyze what we did wrong during a test and how we can better it, and what points do we have to improve on. Thus we should learn from our mistakes and keep moving forward and keep improving, so that in the final exam we can do our best. I think to achieve something in NEET, you have to get off that exam pressure feeling. You have to feel confident, and you must want to give an exam, because I have given so many tests now that it is no big deal if I am giving a test now, because I have given about 50, 100 mock tests, and it does not feel like I am giving an exam, and that is the best. If you do not feel like you are giving an exam in the final exam itself, then there is no pressure upon you and you won't commit any silly mistakes or anything. So therefore you should give as many mock tests as possible and with timing, so that there is no pressure on you and you can complete your paper on time and you do not commit any silly mistakes.